Hello guys, what's up? How you doing? First of all, I want to use this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you for subscribing to the Basic to Technical Analysis course, and I want to assure you it's going to be mind blowing. You are going to get value. You are going to turn a new leaf in your trading culture. All right. Now, the very first thing I want to put into cognizance and make you understand is what we call trading psychology. Okay. Now, you hear the word trading psychology. Um, Two things are actually involved: trading and, of course, psychology. Two terms coming together conjointly. Okay. Conjointly. Now, when you hear the word psychology, the first thing that should come to your mind is the way things are being done. All right. The thought process governing something. That's basically the psychology. All right. So, study of the psyche, how these things emanate, how a certain thing is transformed. In other words, the thought process behind something. Am I making sense? Beautiful. Now, when you hear the word trading psychology, all right, this simply means how your emotions, how your thought process affects your decision making while you are trading. Yeah, that's simply what trading psychology is. How your what mental state, your emotions, your thought process affects your decisions while you what trade. Now, there are so many key ingredients in the trading psychology and so many factors that comes into play. Okay, but I'm just going to mention two things. All right, two basic things that every beginner trader should understand. Okay, you should understand these things and you should be very conversant with them. Okay, now number one is what discipline. Okay, discipline is number one. As we proceed, I'm going to break down these things into fragments for you to understand clearly. Discipline. Now, you hear the word often discipline. What does it entail? How is it related to trading? Okay, how is discipline related to what? Trading. Discipline is you being a trader and following the word basic instructions that governs that particular word trading system. In other words, abiding to simple law and order. If you're a Christian right here, and you should know by reading your Bible that it is often said that a wise man obeys instructions and only fools do not obey instructions. Okay, it's actually a phrase, not really a phrase, a sentence or a statement in the book of Proverbs. All right. Now, let's proceed. Let's proceed further, guys. Now, you already know that discipline is you abiding to a particular law and order governing a system, right? Now, the next thing you actually want to be considerate about is understanding what risk is all about. Now, as we proceed further, I'm going to also break these components into simpler fragments for you to comprehend even better. All right, you're going to comprehend these things far, far, far better. Now, I've made mention of two things, two critical things: discipline and, of course, risk taking. Okay, these are what governs trading psychology. Every other thing comes under them. Okay, so now let's go. Let's proceed. Now, having understood what I said when I made mention of discipline and risk taking, I want to also make you understand that trading psychology is also characterized by two human emotions. And what are these emotions? You hear about the fear and what? Greed index. All right. You often hear about it, fear and greed index. Now, what is the fear and greed? How does it correlate with trading psychology? Now, excuse me. Now, greed is an emotion. Every human being has greed in them. Okay, every human being has this tendency to want more profit. Okay. If you are a trader, I don't mean a crypto trader. Maybe you do commerce, you buy goods and sell, or you render services. There's an innate tendency in you to want to what derive more profit. Okay, that's to be profiteering off from the actual what profit. So there's this innate tendency in every human to actually want more profit. Okay, now that is the reason why in signals you see TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4. All right. Now, this is to ensure that those who are moved and actually want more profit can take beyond a certain level of take profit position. All right. When we go further, you will understand exactly what I'm saying. Now, every human being has this tendency in them to want more profit. Now, greed on the other end is simply the how do I explain this now? The desire, okay, towards wanting excessive profit. And this could be very, very bad because it could expose you to what certain factors, which is risk. Number one, write this down. Greed can what expose you to what certain factors, which is what risk. It could expose you to what um some kind of systematic risk. All right. Beautiful. Now, the other emotion on the other end is what we call the fear. Fear is simply the tendency or the propensity to withdraw positions, or rather what decline or pull back from a certain situation. All right, that's what fear is. You are scared. You don't know, because fear has to do with uncertainty. Okay, that's the right word. It has to do with uncertainty. You are not sure. Okay, you are not what practically sure of the outcome of something, so you are scared. Why? Because you don't want to make what mistakes. I'm relating it to trading now. I'm not saying the definition of fear. You can Google it and find out what fear is. All right. Now, because you're scared while trading, you wouldn't want to take that real risk that will give you the profit. You are scared because, oh, why should I take this risk? Why should I take this risk? If I should take this, don't I think I'll blow up my portfolio, or I'll blow off my portfolio, I'll go back to square zero? That is fear. So you see, they are both conjoined. They work hand in hand, pari passu, fear and greed. And every human being has these emotions in them, working every day. The moment you plot your chart on TradingView, these two emotions come together. They start to haunt you. And that is where discipline comes in. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some other things. I want you all to watch these videos to the very end. I'm going to talk about other segments. I'm going to talk about behavioral finance. Okay, I don't know if you've heard of that before. I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to break it down step by step. Now, you see, the way to curb this fear and greed, that's the fear index. The relationship between both of them is what we call fear index, fear and greed index. Okay, relationship happening between the both of them, the both sentiments in the market. Okay, now the way to actually curb these emotions is to practice what we call discipline or safe trading. All right, practice a good what portfolio management. As simple as that. If you are entering a trade, for example, you're entering a trade, enter with how much of your portfolio you are what willing to lose. You should be more concerned about how much you lose than how much you gain. Listen, these exchanges will always be here. I often say this. Binance, BitGet, FedEx, all of these exchanges will always be here. They will always be here. More will even come. All right? More will what? Come. So why do you have to stress yourself so badly? Why do you have to stress yourself so damn badly? It doesn't really add up. It doesn't make sense. All right? Because at the end of the day, all of these exchanges will remain, but your portfolio may not what? remain. So it's sad. So I'm going to walk you into what behavioral finance and break it down so you understand how to what manage your portfolio. Now, guys, having understood the fear and greed index, and you now understand that discipline is actually the right move to curbing these emotions and putting yourself in check, it is also important that you understand that when you are what scared, when you actually allow fear to take the hold of you while you're investing, there's what we call panic selling. Okay, you eventually tend to panic sell. Maybe your assets or the trade is going against you at a short-term interval. Maybe there's just a short-term retracement, and then you panic sell. Panic sell meaning that you are what selling off because you are scared to lose your entire portfolio. Okay, now often a time when you panic sell, this actually puts you in a position, all right? When you panic sell, listen attentively to what I'm saying. When you panic sell, it puts you in a position to what let regrets take the boss most of you. In other words, you've closed the position and then you come back later and see that, oh, my trade is supposed to go into the right direction. Why did I close it on time? Why did I close this trade on time? God damn it. I need to go back into the market again. At that point in time, right? At that point in time, there's already a bias going on. There's a bias. As a smart person, you're supposed to just leave the market quietly. You don't revenge trade. There's what we call revenge trading. You want to go back into the market because you are sad that you ought to have made profit. Now, there is nothing like ought to have in trading. It is either it is or it is not. If you've missed it, you've missed it. Don't come back again thinking that you can chase a trend. You can't chase a trend. A trend is already an established what? Movement of price action. Another rema for you, write this down. A trend is what? An established movement of simple price action. It's already established. That's why it's a trend. It is established because it has a structure. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. All right, so you don't chase a trend. Now, when you panic sell and then you're already in regrets, the trend is supposed to your analysis is supposed to go in the right direction, and you just jump in blindly. Let me quickly catch the profit that I missed. At that point in time, Binance will catch you. Yes, Binance is what going to catch you. They will catch you red-handed. BitGet will catch you. They will seize you. And don't forget that liquidated funds goes to the exchange. So they will make some good money from you. I often tell some of my students that some of you are paying Binance and BitGet on a daily basis because you get liquidated every time. You don't have a trading pattern. You don't have a trading culture. You just go in blindly. So all of these nuances are what affects, it influences your decision-making process while trading. Now, boom, I'm going to take you into behavioral finance now, and I'm going to make it very briefly. I'm just going to explain to you. I'm not going to use so many um, jargons. I'm not going to use jargons. I'm just going to explain to you and make this very interesting to watch. Now, behavioral finance, first of all, trading psychology also has to do with um, knowing why people make irrational decisions. Why do people make, you see some traders, they make some very decisions that are uncalled for. The market is trending. You are going on a short position. The market just started trending actually to the upside, and you are taking a short position. Why? Because you think you saw a reversal candlestick, just one candlestick. Can you imagine? One candlestick that could just mean that 5% sold at that particular pressure zone, and you think it's a reversal. Is that what a reversal is? As we proceed, you will also know what a reversal is. Now, behavioral finance, I already said you must understand that trading psychology has to do with understanding why people make irrational decisions. Now, behavioral finance is the term classified to make you appreciate why these people make these irrational decisions that they make. Okay, behavioral finance is coined from uh, behavioral economics. Okay, I said I don't want to go into so many practical terms. All right, but from my background, I have a finance background. So from my background, I don't think it's actually going to be so easy for me. Okay, so I'll still use, some key terms. Okay, but I'll break it down as much as I can. So, guys, behavioral finance is simply just a part of um, behavioral economics. It was coined out from there, and this helps you to understand what exactly are the biases. Okay, the biases involved in as to why people make these irrational decisions. Now, once you understand why these guys make these irrational decisions, it could propel you and separate you from the crowd. Okay, it is often said that money moves from the unskilled to the skilled, and what from the impatient guys to the what the patient guys in the what financial market. Is that simple? See, let me tell you guys a secret, right? Let me just tell you guys one important secret that you must put right into your you must put at your fingertips. Trading is very simple. Don't complicate the entire process. Trading is very simple. Trading is you knowing when the market wants to go up, you buy, and when the market wants to come down, you sell. It's that simple. So now back to behavioral finance. I'm gonna show you the very key biases to understand and to know that can enable you trade professionally, because the essence of this course is to ensure that you stop trading like a newbie. That's why it's called basic to advanced. You start trading and understanding that trading is more like a business. You start a business today, the first thing you should want to put into consideration is not how to make profit. That's not the first goal. First, you must understand that you have competition. All right. I know a lot of you will say, that's not true, but that is true. You must understand that you have competition, and you must try to win patronage. It is these things that now brings sales. It is these things that brings in what sales that therefore turns out to become profit. A lot of you start a business and you just start selling, you just start putting your prices at very exorbitant levels, thinking that, oh, if I put this price like that, I'll make more money. No, it doesn't work that way. Draw your customers closer first. Okay? Draw them closer, win their trust. Let them win your trust. Okay? And you also win their trust. Do you understand? And then they will become close to you. They no longer become customers, they become what? Family. So you can resell to those people as many times as possible. It's the same dynamics with trading. When you want to trade, understand how the market works first of all. Understand how many buyers and how many sellers. Where the smart money are putting their money, where the dumb money are what selling off. And then, listen guys, you're going to enjoy this course, I promise you, because I'm going to pour out my entire soul and heart and knowledge. I'll take you guys to another realm. Honestly, I'm not capping. All right, so peace out. I'll show you the behavioral finance biases that affects trading psychology. Let's go. Boom.